As they are defendants, it's our understanding from their attorneys that each of them will be invoking their Fifth Amendment rights, Your Honor. Rather than calling them to the stand at this point in time, we just wanted to make the record that we had these discussions and will not be calling to the stand because of their right to take the Fifth Amendment. Randolph Daly, Patricia Coleman, Paul Wilson, Jason Edens,
Michael Donovan.
Michael
Sorry
Donovan.
with the subpoena, but he's here based on your office's representation that he will be coming.
yes, Your Honor. Each of those 5 potential witnesses that had been subpoenaed or requested to appear are in fact here, and the state of Ohio understands that they will be taking their Fifth Amendments. They're all in the courtroom, so they can hear that the state is giving them this opportunity to take a stand should they choose. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, I will say this then. I see all of them present with their lawyers. Because I don't have my list in front of me, I can't remember who represents who, but Mr. Spellacy, you represent Coleman, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
And she is present?
She is, Your Honor.
If she were called to the stand, would she testify?
Judge, she would exercise her Fifth Amendment right.
Is that a sufficient record for you, Mr. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gregel, you represent Mr. Donegan,
I do, Your Honor?
and I see he is present, am I right?
Yes,
If he were called to the stand, would he testify?
he would not, Your Honor. He would assert his Fifth Amendment rights.
Sufficient record, Mr. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Hilo, I'm so sorry, I forget who you represent.
Mr. Daly, Your Honor.
Okay, and I do see him present. If Mr. Daly were called to the stand, would he testify?
No, Your Honor, he was his Fifth Amendment right.
Sufficient record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stanton, your client is Mr. Wilson,
That is correct.
and I see he is present, am I right?
He is, Your Honor.
If he were called to the stand, would he testify?
He would not, Your Honor. He would assert his Fifth Amendment right.
Sufficient, Mr. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I thought Mr. Edens was represented by Mr. Grant.
He is, Your Honor. Mr. Grant is engaged in trial. Mr. Edens has indicated that he does not object to my making the same statement on his behalf in place of Mr. Grant.
And for the record, Your Honor, Mr. Grant was here earlier this morning.
So if Mr. Edens was called to the stand, he would assert his Fifth Amendment rights?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do you believe that's sufficient to protect the record, Mr. Bell?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has no objections.